This week's battle report is brought to you by the fine craftsmen at Tabletop Armory. Looking to spice up your tables for your favorite wargame? Look no further. Tabletop Armory offers a wide variety of terrain, including new module sets. Want to swap out that spooky graveyard for a forest or tall grass? You totally can, offering plenty of flexibility and replayability on your gaming tables. Find Tabletop Armory on Etsy to access their full catalog and wargaming products. Tables like this one and more will be featured at Nova Open 2023. Come hang out and play games with the tried and true crew in Washington, D.C. this September. Use the discount code below for this month's promo. Hello and welcome to this week's Mark IV Battle Report on Tried and True. We have a special Battle Engine showdown for you today. If you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing to the channel and keep up to date on our bat rep and podcast releases. If you would like to support the channel directly, a link to our Patreon can be found in the video description below. Our match today was recorded using the 2023 Steamroller Rules Scenario 5 Split Decision. Welcoming back to the channel for the first time since his Beta Mark IV match is local community member and podcast host Andy. Welcome back. He has brought a 75-point army of Legacy Protectorate led by the Battle Engine Warcaster Reznik. Please discuss your lists and thoughts going in today's game.
Alright, I figured that I would use my caster as my Battle Engine today. Reznik 2, also known as Chariot Reznik. He doesn't really support infantry all that well. He has a Vengeance spell that none of the Exemplar models really want, so I went a little Battle Group heavy. I have a Devout, Fire Salvation, 2 Redeemers, and a Repenter under him, and the usual smattering of support with Vassals and Choir. I have a unit of Incinerators because they deliver themselves really well, and a unit of Avengers because they're just our best infantry right now. And I have Rovid & Co. for the Eyeless Sight for the Redeemers. The shtick with the list is cast Boundless Charge on whatever needs to get in there, and use Reznik's Curse ability, which is very, very useful for the stuff like the Repenter and Redeemer to make them rat 6 and 7. My command cards are Arcane Forces, in case I need to get a long-range, no-charge spell on anything living. I have Breakthrough, Infiltration, Power Swell, and Savagery, because I need Savagery.
Welcoming to Tried and True for the first time is brand new Mark IV player Tiers. Welcome to the channel. He has brought a 75-point Legacy Convergence army led by the Harmonic Enforcer Axis. Please discuss your thoughts and strategy going in today's game.
Hi everybody. I brought in Axis because he is the most straightforward caster. He's a beat stick himself, and he brings other beat sticks and makes their stick speedier. So the whole plan was to take a Conservator as my toughest, Jack a Corollary for that sweet focus efficiency, and an Inverter because he is my second toughest Jack to kind of get in there. I brought the Transfitted Emergence Projector as my beautiful Shining Sterling battle engine. It's got the ability to shoot 5 sprays if I want to, and I like that about it. It's a nice option to have. My second range support option was a Frustum Locus, which just has a little range 12, POW 12 spray. Not spray, I'm sorry, single target attack. And then the rest of it was melee options because Axis wants to beef up a melee army for the charge. That's kind of the whole kit and caboodle, and my whole plan here is to deliver my army as quickly as I can without getting shot off the board and destroy as much as I can once I get there. That's the whole straightforward plan. As far as the command cards go, I went with Hit and Run, so I could repo, especially repoing my Steel Soul Protectors since they have a defensive strike. It's nice to get in and take a hit with them, then move them back, and then anyone who moves close to close the gap takes another hit. I took Infiltration to try and help deliver my army. Power Swell, because Axis loves having some extra focus when he needs it. Put the Fires out, just in case I get burn up. And True Inspiration, again, to help deliver my army and help them survive the trek up the board.
Can Axis with a mixed arms force of soldiers and warjacks repel an advancing army led by the Wrath of Ages? Let's get to the table and roll off.
Alright, it looks like we are back in. We are currently trespassing in Old Witch's cabin, it appears. I see a scrapjack in there somewhere, in the Old Witch, hanging out next to her cornfield, I guess.
Absolutely. Having a get these kids off my lawn kind of moment, for sure.
Yeah, I love Paul's little what do you call them? The little stone thingies.
The magic stones are stunning, especially the glow effect.
Yeah, the little pillar guys. They look really good. Paul's working on a lot of terrain for Nova.
It's very nice.
All right, so my turn. I don't think I have the speed to even get to your threat ranges, so I'm probably not even going to ask much. I'm just going to run straight on with my hair on fire into those woods.
Like you do.
Yeah, my incinerators are going to run a mighty 9 inches. And then my Repenter's going to follow.
Mighty 9?
Yeah, my Repenter is going to follow suit, running 10. And then I'm going to run a bunch of stuff into the woods. Most things can run 10, so they're going to run 8 because of rough terrain. I do not have a lot of Pathfinder in this list. I do have Balance Charge on Reznik, which is very, very good, because my faction does not have a lot of threat extenders.
Is that a spell Reznik can cast?
Yeah, it's just a 2-cost turn spell.
Nice.
So Reznik's going to go. He is going to put up Lamentation, and he's going to walk up the board. When it comes to cavalry models, he can run 12 inches, or he can walk 7, repo 3, and get 10 inches. So he loses 2 inches doing that. I think with cavalry units, it's always preferable to walk and then repo, because you get that extra 2 inches back by being able to place in front of the first guy who walked.
For units, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I just positioned my Warjacks forward, so that no matter what, the Redeemers are going to get shots off next turn. I walk and repo my Horsey Boys behind the old witch's cabin. We are just positioning all of the support nonsense that I have to bring in this faction. And that's my turn 1.
Excellent. Looking at the setup here, I'm thinking, all right, I want to get lock down this flag as soon as possible. So I move my Frostum Locust up behind cover. It's got terrible defense at def 10, but behind cover with def 14, I'm hoping it doesn't get shot right off the board. Immediately move my Reciprocators up next as a unit. Do my little teleport hop as well to get the boys over, and I make sure they're base to base for shield wall, because I want that armor 19, baby. And of course I got the transverse numerator attachment, get her over there as well. I do think I make a mistake here. I end their activation without putting infiltration on them, leaving them open for ranged attacks. We'll see if that becomes an issue. Move up the corollary. When it activates, it generates a token, which I use its ability, its special action, to induct over to my next Jack, letting my next Jack run. Just getting him into position. Now this is the Conservator. Since he's a floaty boy, he's got Pathfinder, so I don't mind putting up right behind the forest. And of course, when he runs, that is another induction over to my Inverter. But I activate Axis first. First thing I do with Axis is I cast Iron Aggression, which is going to really beef up my Conservator. Gives me boosted attack rolls, and I can charge and run for free, which is pretty sweet. Move Axis up a little bit, because I want to extend that control range. Checking that control range real quick. With a 14-inch control range, thanks to the corollary, I can plop down that Razor Wall to try and block that charge lane, so if anything comes through there, it'll automatically take a point of damage. So you have to choose between getting mired up in the lake or taking the damage. Hoping to protect some of my boys over there. Lastly is the Inverter. With speed 4, it's atrociously slow, and even slower when you consider that it does not have Pathfinder. So I spend that token to run it, a focus point, and I move right over to the Transfinite Emergence Projector. Entirely too many syllables for a battle engine, but there's nothing else for it to do, so I move it up and leave it be. Lastly, I've got my units. I got my Reductors. They've got a POW 13 Spray 6 and a POW 10 Blade. So I'm hoping to capitalize on that during a charge turn, since they have dual attack. You just were friendly enough to let me know about the threat range of your light jack over there, so I bumped him back a little bit, and I got some boys over here behind some cover as well.
He can walk 5 inches and spray 8, so 13 inches is a decent threat range just for...
It's actually only spray 6, unfortunately.
On my Repenter, it's spray 8.
Oh, and your Repenter spray 8, yeah, that's a respectable threat range. And I run up my Steel Soul Protectors, best model in my army. And that's that.
Yeah, they are excellent. I will find that out later.
For 3 points, they're a deal.
Yeah, they certainly are. So I've kind of set the line of where most of my stuff kind of wants to be. Reznik's going to upkeep Lamentation in case you have any upkeeps on anything in 14 inches of him by the time your next turn rolls around. Otherwise, he doesn't really have anything he wants to cast this turn. No Boundless Charges. He's not going to bother to put his Vengeance upkeep out because Incinerators already have it, and the Vengers don't really need the accuracy or the Vengeance too much. So they're already out in the wing anyway. So I think he's just handing out focus to a couple of his jacks to get them to be more efficient killing machines. He's going to come up a little bit. My goal here is to get him within 10 inches of the front of that unit of shield wall boys you put up there.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to curse them.
Yeah, this is when I'm real sad I didn't put infiltration on him.
Yeah, I do have Rovan, the wizard that I just moved around, has a spell that gives one of my jacks eyeless sight. So if you did infiltrate them, one of my jacks would get to shoot them, but the other one would be sad.
All right, it's a good trick to have.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're definitely in range there for that. Get me. They're only defense 12. They're not too hard to hit.
Yeah, but it's always good to be able to sit still, get +4 rat instead of +2 rat. So they're going to be rat 8.
Oh, for sure.
I need to go with all of my support now to basically turn these Redeemers on to the killing machines they were born to be. So I'm going with my vassals one at a time, all 3 solos. They're just going to hand out 3 total focus.
Deus Vult.
And then I'm going to go with my choir, 3-man unit. They're going to sing for battle. And my Redeemers are cooking with gas. They're ready to go. So I need to figure out who has cover and who doesn't have cover over here. Everybody's in range of their 16-inch guns. I think we agree that my purple Redeemer, your unit basically has cover from him. But the red Redeemer, that middle guy that we're measuring to, does not have cover currently.
That is correct.
So what my goal is to knock out that middle guy to knock out your shield wall. If you look at my incinerators, I have a bit of a different strategy where I put them in a little triangle formation, so that no matter who you kill, you have to kill 2 models before shield wall goes away.
That should have been my move, I think.
That is a strategy to have, especially now that units are smaller.
Yeah, you're right. They're more valuable. You take out my middle guy. My shield wall is gonzo.
Yep. So I boost a shot. I roll some blast damage. Don't do anything at all. I spend 1 to reload, and then I shoot and hit the back guy. I think I decide to boost the damage on the back guy as well. And I am rolling hot and
rolling
over
hot,
the back
buddy.
guy as well.
That is 1 bot boy down. Explosions.
Yeah. So I didn't expect to remove 2 8-box models with 1 Redeemer. That was pretty sexy.
I did a lot of work, that Redeemer. Employee of the month.
At least he's the one who matches my color scheme. I roll some blast damage, and I think I ding up the little attachment chick.
Transverse enumerator, yeah. Make her sweat.
It's too many syllables, man. Your whole faction has too many syllables.
Way too many syllables.
TEP. The battle engine is a TEP.
Yeah,
That's
the attachment's a TE. That's all you need to know.
So I think I'm going to roll right into this next Redeemer. I'm trying to figure out what I want to remove. You did a good job with the solo because I really don't have... It's got respectable defense and armor right now against behind that wall. But I know it...
Def 14, Arm 18.
Yeah, I know it is your only solo over there, so if I do kill it, you can't really score that flag too easily without bringing Axis up. And that is a scary proposition for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I miss a bunch of times, and then I boost some blast damage to try and actually remove anything with this Redeemer. He burned through all of his focus and got nothing done really. So the exact opposite of the employee of the month over there.
Oofda. I mean, they can't all be winners, right?
Yeah, it's okay. I did not expect to remove half that unit with just the first Redeemer, so it evened itself out.
If every pork chop was perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs.
That is a saying.
It's not mine, but I like it.
So now that the Redeemers are done, I'm done finally rolling all my blast damage and failing a bunch of that. I'm I'm just gonna.
There was some snake eyes in there. Sorry, buddy.
Okay. I run up my heavy jack. He threatens deceptively far in this list because Boundless Charge plus Righteous Vengeance is 5 extra inches, which is terrifying.
That's too many.
It's quite too many. So if you kill any warrior models within 10 inches of him, he gets to walk for free 3 inches, and then Boundless Charge means he's charging another 10 inches, which is scary. So I put him up there outside of charge range of any of your heavies just to project threat. My horsey boys are going up there. I got one guy precariously on the hill up there. They're gonna go invade Old Witch's backyard and position.
Stomp on all her corn.
Yeah, position for next turn to probably either charge a box or contest that flag or try and kill a solo. Over here, I am probably going to give you this Repenter. I am basically saying, here, chew on this. I'd rather give you the Repenter and contest the flag with the Repenter than give you the Incinerators, because the Incinerators have a total of 6 attacks among them, whereas the Repenter is respectable armor, annoying enough to remove, that you're not going to just trivially remove it without actually committing anything and allowing my Incinerators to go in there and clean up. So I miss a...
True. The Incinerators, they got shield attacks? Is that
yeah, they didn't have that
attack?
before. So now they have a
Juicy.
Weapon Master Power 11 and a regular Power 11. I miss a couple times with the Repenter. I think I kill one dude, but it's okay. He's just up there to kind of be in the way and make sure my Incinerators are safe. I position the Devout in front of Reznik and camp a bunch on Reznik and try not to die.
All right. Speaking of trying not to die, I'm looking at my very thin reciprocators over here, which I reposition just a little bit. I see your horsey boys, and that's making me kind of nervous. So I'm worried about how that's going to go. I use the Transverse Enumerator to repair the little bit of damage you did on my big ol' Frustum Locust there, and try and get that into a better chance of surviving whatever happens when the horses show up. I'm nervous here. I'm looking and I'm seeing I've only got this one solo on this side to score that flag, and I don't have enough to defend my box, so I'm like, oh, dang, worried about my deployment here. I bump the corollary up just a little nudge, generate that token by being within 3 inches of axis, move that over to my conservator here, who moves up with Pathfinder on a regular move.
This is just me letting you know that he threatens a quarter mile.
And you know what? This is me appreciating you for being a fair and just player. Thank you. Good guy, Andy. Let's get the good guy Greg meme up here. I just aged myself so bad. All right.
Hey, don't worry. The 2011 memes, they come out sometimes.
I move up my inverter. Again, just so dang slow without Pathfinder, but I have no way of giving it to him. Moving up the Transfinite Emergence Projector, aka the TEP, and getting him in a position here. I don't think I can get any shots off right now. You are an absolute G, and you are passing that over to me so I can see what shots I can get off. Seeing what my targets are.
You got a couple wear miles in there. And here's where you do... This thing is complicated. Like, can you go into a little bit, like, how this thing works?
All right, so each activation, it has a choice. You can place up to 3 of these floaty boys. And these drones that are kind of behind it, these orbital satellite guys. When you place them, if you choose not to place them, for every one you do not place, you get to make an additional attack with the TEP, right? So I can do up to 5 attacks. But when you place them, if they are... I'm double checking this to make sure I got this right. When they are within 1 inch, but not touching the base, it gets an additional die on damage rolls. And when they are within 1 inch touching the base to base with it, they get additional die on attack rolls. So it's this firing formula where you're trying to figure out how many shots do I want, how accurate do I want them to be, how much damage do I want them to be. It's only a POW 11 spray 10. So it's careful calculations there, and I think it didn't pull off this time what I needed it to do.
Your faction needed more math, apparently.
Yeah, right? The math robot faction needed more math. Activate Axis, I throw down the wall again just to close the charging lane for you, because I'm not ready to commit anything to a charge. It works better on infantry than jacks, so it's better over there anyway. It is a wall template, but does not count as a wall. Look at you, just sharing your... Perfect. So kind of you. Moving up with my my little Speed 5 Terminators up here, getting into position next to the flag. I know I can't contest with them, but I can't score a point on that with them, but I know I can at least get some sprays off, checking the range here. And with the 6-inch spray, the beauty of this unit, right, they've got clear. So I don't have to worry about hitting any of my own guys on the sprays. I can stack them in a straight line and spray through each other, no problem. So they're just going to spray through each other. It's only a POW 13 against your light jack. I'm not expecting to take your light jack out here, but I'm thinking like any damage I can do really, because I can't commit anything to getting all the way over there.
Yeah, I mean on average they're doing like 3 damage a spray. So 5 dudes at 3 damage a spray, it's like 15 damage. That's more than half the jack dead.
True. I think I just didn't quite have enough to get the charge in there. If I had the charge, I think I would have taken that instead, but
yeah,
it wasn't quite time.
Oh, look at that beard coming in.
I mean, just, you know what? I gotta say, I am proud of it. I am proud of the beard. Taking a while, but we're getting there. I'm approaching full wizard status.
I think unfortunately your dice kind of left you there, because I think definitely looking at the boxes on my jack, there should be more gone on average.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
Sometimes,
all right, so you're doing the same thing with this front unit, I think?
Yep, thinking like maybe they'll have better luck. Not so much. Get a couple hits in there. Just nicking it. Lore-wise, what they're shooting are these like little tiny nano bots covered in blades that whip around and like automatically avoid my guys and go to shred your boys. So that's fun. Little spring-loaded blade guys. And then it's time to move the Steel Souls up. Now they're my only 2 solos on this side. I know I need them to get the flag, so I don't want to get them up in the biz quite yet. But as I move them up there, I forget about your spray and the fact that you can just spray right through my guys and get them. So we'll see if that's an issue later. Over here, I'm checking with my Frustum Locust. Can I aim and get a shot off on these horsey boys? But I believe there's a problem if I do that, right? They get mad?
So you're trying to avoid shooting the one on the cover, and you don't want to shoot the one on the hill, so you shoot the one in the back who doesn't have any benefits. However, I did warn you that they do get cranky when you shoot them, so they'll have +2 strength, +2 armor, and Pathfinder.
Right, but I have no other... I mean, otherwise I'm just... Maybe I should have shot at a different target, but I was so nervous about these horsey boys coming up from the side. They're just so quick. Horsey boys are quick.
Yeah, they don't have Pathfinder unless you give it to them, so they wouldn't have been able to probably get past that wall. Maybe one could. Maybe the one on the hill could make it.
Well, now I know that.
Yeah, they're very much. That's their way of delivering themselves. Is like, all right, well, if you don't finish us all, the ones that are left are gonna hit really hard and get really far and be really annoying.
It's a good model.
So here's Reznik again. He's giving out more focus. Here's where we get to talk about Reznik's feat. It's a little silly. If any of my... Oh yeah, you gave tough to that one unit,
that was
right?
you kindly saying, oh, you forgot to do that thing you wanted to do? And I said, yes, I forgot to do that thing I wanted to do. And you said, go ahead. So that's us retconning, putting true inspiration right there on the unit of 5.
There you go. Got a command card going up. More command cards than I remember to use so far.
I always forget to use them. It's I got to get physical copies for sure.
So Reznik's feat is a little silly into infantry. We'll talk about it once I'm finished with these cavalry dudes. So they're cranky. They charge in. My goal here is to murder the box to get myself a point. If you can see the arrangement of dice up top, it's top of 3, and we both have 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
So I charge my horsey boys in. The Vengers do what Vengers do. We roll. We kill a box with 2 charges. And then I think we spend the 3rd charge to try and kill that many-syllabled solo.
The Frustum Locust, yes.
I don't think I get a charge attack. Oh, I do get a charge attack on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when I charged the box, I engaged both of them. Here's where I'd be annoying, and I scatter to the winds.
Yep, there will be no blast damage. There will be no blast damage here, sir. Not that I had any anyway, but still, it's such a good...
We know not to clump. I'm going with all my support. I'm going with my vassals. They're just walking around. They're filling up the Redeemers again. Going with the choir. They're going to battle again.
Now, what's battle do?
Battle is +2 damage rolls to all damage rolls. So blast damage, gunshots, melee attacks, everything.
That's so valuable in blast damage. That's juicy.
It's really good. So here I am going to walk within 6 inches of the incinerator. I'm going to get Boundless Charge on him in anticipation of charging that heavy jack over there, because he's behind the forest and he can't really get there unless I do Boundless Charge him. So Reznik's going to camp 1. He's going to walk backwards and try not to kill box himself.
So you don't have to be. It's not that if you're within the 12 inches, you just have to be not entirely within the back 12 for kill box, right?
Correct. So you're allowed to tow out of it. So as long as your entire base is not within 12 of your deployment, you're good.
Good to know.
So Reznik feats. Reznik repos back. If you kill a model with a ranged or melee attack, while that model is in Reznik's feet, they take everything within 2 inches of it takes power 12.
So all of my boys that you killed just became little bombs.
Yes. So if you look at the positioning of any of these units, it gets really scary if I kill a central dude.
Oh, it sure does. Yep. So we're seeing what happens now.
So this Repenter is really surprised to be fully functional right now. So he's going to go get work done.
Yeah, man.
He walks up. He's going to boost a hit. I think they're defense 13. He's like a mat 6. I think I forget to...
Oh, they're only defense 12. They're super easy to hit.
I gotcha. So he kills a guy. All 3 of those guys take power 12s. I think I roll Snake Eyes on that back one and don't kill it, because I think they're armor 14.
They are armor 14, yeah. That was like the one thing that wouldn't take him out.
So whoops for that. Jacks have dual attack now, so I just get to do a cool spray. I think if I have to aim at the guy that I'm engaging with. So I think I only hit 2 guys and maybe the jack. So the first guy... Oh no, maybe I aim at... No, I have to aim at the guy I'm engaging. So I'm not sure how
I don't think you have to aim the guy you're engaged with. I think when you have dual attack, since nothing was engaging you at this point, you could just shoot it wherever you wanted. So you just picked a target.
Maybe he's not within 1.
It
looks like he's within 1. It's really, really close. So maybe if he's not within 1, everything's kosher. But it looks like my proxy base may or may not be within 1 of that first guy on the flag there.
That might be the case.
So you have a lot of tough rolls you're making. That guy dies, which means I get to make explosion rolls. He auto dies from not Snake Eyes.
Explosion.
Yeah. And then power 12s happen. And dudes make tough rolls or don't make tough rolls.
Yeah, they do not.
Unfortunately for me, I think that one guy on the left-hand side, on the upper side, is still kind of blocking my charge lane. Somehow he survived, and I'm sitting here with 1 focus, not able to buy any attacks. So, whoops. So Reznik's feat is amazing, unless you roll Snake Eyes sometimes. So there's more dudes over there than I anticipated.
I got lucky.
So I need to either clear that guy, or I need to leave Incinerator within 1 inch of him in order to not sacrifice my attack on the way in. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my Redeemers to try and soften up that Heavy Jack. I had another choice. I could have used the Redeemers to try and clear out the rest of that unit, but I feel like if I want to remove that Heavy Jack, or at least cripple it, I want to get the gunshots in on it. So these are boosted power 14s. Oh, and you shield guard this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, just some blast damage going off. He's outside of my my feet, so no free power 12s, unfortunately.
Thank goodness for that.
I think I missed the second shot. And then I reload for the last time, hit with a non-boosted power 14 because I'm out of focus. And this Redeemer has failed me this time. Not having a good day.
Them's the breaks.
Yeah,
Them's the breaks.
Not having a great day with that Redeemer. Alright, now the purple Redeemer's turn. I need to get work done on this Jack now because I'm scared, and that one Redeemer didn't get any work done. So I'm going to hit a boosted power 14 onto him for the first time.
He's only a defense 10, so he's pretty easy to hit.
Yeah. But he's armor, what, like 19? Just
armor 19, yeah.
Respectable-ish. I hit him for a little bit. I reload. I boost to hit a second damage roll. And I do some. On average, I probably should have done more, but I softened him up a little bit, enough for me to send in the Weapon Masters to see if I can finish him. So the good thing about, well, in Mark IV, if you give Boundless Charge to one dude in a unit, they all get there. So it's sort of like giving them all boundless charge.
So good.
So that first guy has to stay within 1 inch of the guy that he got engaged with. So I'm only going to get my sword attack on the jack. So I swing my sword with 4 dice, power 11 weapon master. He cranks damage.
Oof. I mean, they're jack hunters. They just melt, my guy.
This is what my faction does. This is just weapon master the faction. This Incinerator's
so nice.
Shield attack is just going to go bonk that dude, I think.
Yep. Because if he dies, it's an explosion.
Oh yeah, he's still in the feet. So I get a free power 12 on the second guy. And
that explosion doesn't hurt your guys, because
it's enemy models only.
It's enemy models only. It's so good.
It's super good.
You can see how much damage you've dealt, too, over on my phone there.
Yeah, and then I crank another damage roll with the second Incinerator. So they're making up for the poor damage rolls in the Redeemers right now. I think I have maybe another shield or so to go in.
I'm sweating now.
Yeah, I don't have... This is my last Weapon Master attack, and I think I flubbed that one a little bit. So I just have a couple power 11s, which are like dice off 8, so I don't think I can finish this jack at this point.
At this point, the only thing that's not crippled is movement, though.
Yeah,
I can't induct any focus to it, nothing.
Oh, I got you, okay. Yeah, and I don't want to commit my 3-man unit in the middle of the board there. If I were to commit them, I lose them, so... their utility is too valuable for me right now. The front 2 are shield guards. And then Rovan is my ally site, so I would much rather use them to gum up in front of my heavy jack over here. And then I do that cool little trick with the Devout again, where I just put him in front of Reznik and say, please don't kill Reznik.
And I mean, I'm just so slow, I had no way of getting all the way over there to you.
Yeah, I hate playing Reznik like a coward. He's supposed to be a board bully, but like if you play him up, he just dies.
Alright, so I'm sweating. I'm thinking, alright, I've only got 1 solo at the bottom of the board to get that flag. I've got no solos up top to get that flag. I've lost my box, and I'm nowhere near yours, so I'm thinking like, alright, I gotta clear some zones here and try and get my flag. I decided feet. We pop Axis's feet. Everything within his control range on my side, like on my team, gets plus 2 damage on melee attack rolls and plus 2 speed. Everything that's yours within that control range gets minus 2 melee damage rolls, minus 2 speed, and cannot charge or trample. Axis goes in and uses his hammers to take down one of the horse boys, just to free some area.
Trivially removes Avenger.
Yeah, he's got POW 14s with dual strikes, so for every focus I spend, I get 2 more attacks. So just a beat stick guy. I probably should have gotten him farther up, but just didn't have the movement for it. Now I'm thinking, what can I do with the other horses? How can I, have a chance here? I shot off a spell he has that's only POW 12. I don't think it did much damage, but it knocks him back 3 inches. He hits the wall. It stops the knockback, but it pushed him out of the way a little bit. Probably not going to matter with your speed, but I felt like I had to do something there.
It does stop him from contesting that flag if you can get a solo on it and kill the other Avenger.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I'm hoping here. I charge these guys in, and you help me position them in such a way so that they are engaging both simultaneously.
Yeah, what I thought you wanted to do was kill that closer Avenger to clear the rest of your flag off, but you seem to really want to kill that one that was against the wall there.
And that's a tactical decision that I made, and I'm not saying it's a good one. I'm just saying it's a decision I made. I think it's because I'd already damaged that one Avenger a little bit, and I was thinking like, I gotta finish him off,
Yeah, they are armor 20 right now, so they are hard to one shot.
They are hard to one shot, and I've only got. I just don't have enough with only 1 reciprocator after forgetting my infiltration that first round. Kind of screwed me here. So
they are hitting like trucks currently, though, with your feet.
They are hitting like trucks. They've got 2 weapon attacks. They attack with their shields as well. So they've got variable melee. So I can choose between having set defense or empowered attack, which makes them up to like a POW 16 glaive, POW 14 shield, which is ugly on feet turns. It's like a light jack. I believe now I'm using the good old transverse enumerator here, the attachment here, unit attachment. She's trying to use her flamethrower and her glaive on your guy here. Not doing a ton of damage, but I do light him on fire. Unfortunately, he's very much still on the board.
I reach into my giant bucket of fire tokens.
Yeah, I know. Ironic that I'm the one who set you on fire when you're the one playing Menoth, but...
This theme does not set anybody on fire anymore. I think it's like just the Incinerators and the Repenters. That's all I have left.
All I heard was that I was going against Menoth, and I panicked and put the fires out as a command card, and it was a wasted command card. But I'm thinking here...
You would not have been wrong in Mark III.
Yeah. So I take my Light Jack, the Corollary, which is normally just a support jack, and I use him to slam, because he can slam. And I'm thinking, God, this is the only way I'm going to get some damage off. He's only got a POW 6 bash for melee, but a slam against your guy here is going to be a POW 12, because of the new slam rules. And it didn't deal enough damage to kill him, but it knocked him back a little bit and put another thing in between my caster and your horsey boy.
Well, and no matter what, there's nothing contesting your flag.
And there's also that.
You just have to get something on that flag.
The problem was I had no way of getting access over there. If I was smart, I would have used my repo card to get access on that flag. But I did not have it.
Oh, that would have been good.
That would have been good. Now I move in my Conservator. You've killed stuff within 5 inches of him, so he is angry. I believe he's got empowered a little extra damage on his attacks now.
And free charges, because you still have Iron Aggression.
Still have been upkeeping Iron Aggression on him, so he's got the free charges and the automatically boosted attack rolls. I think he's a POW on the feat turn. He's POW 17 or POW 19 if you with Hand of Vengeance if you killed stuff within 5 inches of him. So he's an angry.
He erases Rovan.
Yep, takes him out. I think I take out the guy next to you too. We'll see. How those dice are doing.
He erases Gaius. Yeah. Only Cassian left.
But unfortunately, Cassian is outside of my 1-inch reach. He hits hard, but he's got that short little reach. So that's it for my Conservator. I'm proud of the work he did. He just couldn't get in far enough to do... you know what? He didn't have the focus anyway, so I think he did everything he could have done that turn. Now I'm looking at the Inverter, and the cool thing about Axis is he has Field Marshal Unstoppable. So even though the Incinerators are on my guy, I still have movement. I'm thinking I can move him over and just...
Oh, because you're +2 speed as well, so you just walk away.
Yep, just walk away. Get over there. Can't charge, but I'm thinking, like, if I can knock him down, maybe it'll, screw him over next turn. I wasn't even sure what these guys were doing, and with looking at the clock, I didn't want to waste time asking.
Yeah, 45 minutes at 75 points is tight. It gets scary.
It's so tight. It's tight, you're everything in your build, your army has to do its weight and work, and I early on lost a lot of weight with the reciprocators being the shield guard boys being taken out, so I'm feeling thirsty for attacks and damage. Now I activate the Transfinite Emergence Projector, and I'm thinking, all right, I gotta spray 10, I gotta knock out some Incinerators and this Jack that's already heavily damaged, and I figure, all right, I'll go for the 5 attacks. I'll aim. He's got a Rat 6, and then you make clear to me that because of the forest, I won't actually be able to see to target. So aim is out of the window. I nudge up just a little bit, just so I've got sight.
Their defense 11 and 12 anyway. It's not like they're tough to hit. I was not aware that you just take away all your little servitors and now you have like 6 attacks or something.
5, yeah. I've got 5 lasers coming your way. The problem is I'm rolling like dog dookie. So
well, I think they're only like power 11.
They're also only power 11s. I think even the ones that hit, I just couldn't crack armor.
Yeah, it's like dice off 6, so it's not a great. Maybe leave like 1 or 2 servitors in just for damage rolls.
That would have been the strategic choice. Absolutely, getting 4 attacks that were all boosted. That would have been much juicier. But alas,
yeah, you would have removed a lot more. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So,
but again, the battle engines have just been added back into the game. We're still learning.
It's my first time.
I haven't gotten Reznik killed yet. So
I finished painting him a full 26 hours before we filmed this. So he's brand new to me, but I love him.
He's definitely one of the more difficult battle engines to get a hold of and try and figure out like exactly what you need it to do from turn to turn, just because they're complicated. True, but a counterpoint, he looks really cool. So I was going to play him anyway, even though I didn't know what I was doing.
So he just did not pull his weight. I'm looking at the Seal Soul Protector now, and I'm thinking like, all right, I'm going to get her to charge in, see if I can take out at least one Incinerator here. Hopefully she can do some work.
Yeah, crucially, like, just her charging over there to hit them, they're engaged now, so they can't... The thing about Weapon Masters is they want to charge. They want that 4th die. Mm-hmm. And, you repo away. Then, so if you leave her there, now they're kind of stuck on her. But if you go away, now they can go charge a thing. And you don't want Weapon Masters to go charge a thing.
Right, which was a mistake I made. If I had left her there, like you said, would have been a good idea. But I'm still thinking in my head, I'll repo her away, you'll chase her, and then I'll get another defensive strike, automatic attack, for whatever comes my way.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot they had that. That is something. I mean, you could finish off Incinerator with that. That's not a...
Yeah, if I left her there, she would have just died, but that might have been better than them going up and melting something else. And now I'm using the spray here from my little guy, my Lone Ranger.
I think he actually charged.
They have dual attack, exactly.
They have dual attack.
He meleeed
right?
And he sprayed.
Yeah, so he charged in. This is a hero right here. He finished off a light jack, and now he's gonna go spray down some Incinerators. Employee
of the month. You know what? He gets a promotion, and that's my turn.
All right. So I think the big problem here, I don't know if I've realized this yet, is that flag on my side. I've been scoring it on your turn because you don't have the ability to go contest that flag.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm up 4-1. I need to score 2 points this turn in order to win, and make sure you don't score any. I at some point will realize this.
I think you're having that conversation with me right now.
And yeah, I think what I think right now is I think that Heavy Jack's in the zone. Like, yeah. So I have to go charge that and kill it in order to like get rid of it. So it's a big Power 13 spear. He's only got like 3 boxes left. I'm trying to remove it, and I don't. So I sit here and I go in the tank, not realizing he's not even in the zone.
No, it wasn't the worst idea, because he was so damaged. I think he just wanted to get him off the board.
Yeah, he's on 1 box. I think I see it on your phone right there. He's on 1 box. I'm
just
like, how do I remove this? I bonk him with my Power 11 shield. I'm like, I can't get rid of him.
He's fully disabled. There was nothing else he really could have done. You could have just left him. He's just a lawn ornament at this point.
If he were a 1/4 inch downward here, then I'd have a problem. But I think I realize now that he's not in the zone. I charged Reznik in because I want Reznik to do something this game. I repo up to the flag, and I think I just stop there and I score 3.
You do. You score
1
yours
for
in
the flag, 1 for the circle, and 1 for my flag.
Well, thanks so much, guys, for a fun game. It was exciting to see the battle engines be reintroduced in the Mark IV Warmachine app. So welcome back, big guys. It's been a minute. So how was it playing Mark IV with the big boys?
It's scary. Just scary. Battle engine caster is just intimidating on the board. Seeing that across the field from you. And his feat is also terrifying. Did a lot of work. But yeah, no, the transmitted emergence projector, it's very complex. There's a lot I have to learn about how to use it for sure. I don't think I really capitalized on everything it was capable of. If I had, things might have gone differently, maybe. But I think the other big issue here is I just could not get up the board and could not secure zones quickly enough. I just couldn't clear your guys off of them. Andy, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the scenario, the way it was set up with that giant house up on the north side, it was it kind of divided the whole map up, where if one of us was scoring on their opponent's turn and not able to contest, somebody's just going to run away on scenario, basically.
Mm-hmm. And your horsey boys were so fast.
Oh yeah, they turn 1 flank, turn 2 flank, turn 3 we go kill stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Reznik himself was a coward. Unfortunately, it's either be a coward or die. So it's cowardice.
I was going to say cowardice, but you played it smart. I really could not get anywhere near your caster. Not with my sprays, not with anything. And I really didn't have a lot of range anyway. It was just the battle engine and the solo that you took out really early on.
Yeah, Axis is a fond of the beat sticks.
He's beat stick central. And I should have focused more on finding a way to deliver my guys. And I think I had a way I could have given them relentless charge, and I think I forgot to do that earlier on when it would have been helpful. I think I should have popped my feet sooner just to get them up the board and start contesting some areas sooner. And that feet, man, that feet just blowing up my guys.
Yeah, everything within 2 inches is rough, especially now that you're not allowed to be not in 2 inches when it comes to a unit. That's pretty debilitating.
Guarantees that unit gets swiped. So yeah, it was the Terminators on the end. The Reductors did not last as much as I wanted, other than the hero at the end there, Employee of the Month. Definitely enjoyed watching my reciprocators melt in the beginning because I forgot infiltration. I think realistically, I probably lost the game based on deployment by not having enough solos close enough to the flags to kind of secure them.
Solos are rough in general in Mark IV, man. Like, my theme, I have the Vassals and sometimes Gravis. Like, that's what I have for solos. And Gravis can't really go sit on a flag very easily just because he's too valuable to the rest of the list.
Yeah, I've got a lot of solos I can choose from, and I think I'm learning. I'm still so new to the game, right? This is, my first battle report and probably like my 9th game of Warmachine ever. I'm just real green under the gills still. And I'm learning how important solos are, where I should probably be taking way more than I have been. But again, like you said, 75-point lists, it's so tight, hard to justify everything, especially when you want to put a battle engine on the board because you want that range support. You're giving up 13 points of value that could go to, 2 or 3 solos.
Well, you certainly picked a very complex faction to learn.
I sure did. But the thing about them is they're pretty. I like them. I like them. They're hard to play. I'm not that good at it. But you know what, Andy? I had a good time playing against you, buddy.
I, too, pick everything based on aesthetics, so I understand. Good game, man.
Good game, buddy.
Hey, Tears, quick question before we go. As
of course.
A new player with Mark IV, how are you enjoying Warmachine?
Oh, God, I love it. I had a brief stint. Maybe I'm going to say brief. I mean, like maybe 2 games of Warhammer using someone else's stuff, and that was my only wargaming experience prior. I picked up Warmachine back in like 2014, and then never played it. Just did some modeling. Finally getting into the game proper. I think Mark IV's rules are elegant, even from an already award-winning system that does so many things right. I think Mark IV has put that real fine polish on things. It moves quickly, it doesn't feel overbearing, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. I'm loving it.
That's awesome. Well, we're so glad that you and Vinny are part of our Delaware Warmachine family, and look forward to seeing you at the store soon. Thanks for doing a battle report with us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. If you would like to check out some additional content, including the original video and audio of our battle reports to support the channel, please click our Patreon link in the video description below. If there are any factions, warcasters, or warlocks you would like to see on the channel, please let us know in the comments. And as always, see you on the next tried and true battle report.